Hi guys, welcome back to another Arsenal transfer update video. I'm going to try and do them daily now. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to try. So there are a lot of big rumours coming out today. Loads of rumours circulating about Mbappe. It's going to go on for the whole summer. There's a lot of mixed reports. Some people are saying that he's basically ruled out an Arsenal move. The big rumour today is apparently PSG. Apparently PSG have made a £119 million record bid for Kylian Mbappe, which is just outrageous for me. He's 18. That's the sort of money you pay for someone who's proven. I mean, he's had one good season. I still think he'll be a great player, but I don't know. If we bought him and we won 2 leagues in a row because of him, because of that signing, then I'll get it. But I just don't think that's accessible for Arsenal especially. But anyway, yeah, that's the big rumour coming out today. I don't think we should pay that. Apparently PSG had bid that. For me, that bid just doesn't... I can't see him going to PSG. Why would Monaco want to sell to PSG? They're big rivals. I know Monaco won the league last season, but PSG is still the bigger club. They'll probably win the league next season because Monaco are losing all their best players. So yeah, I don't see that deal happening. I think they'll want to sell abroad. I mean, it's like Sanchez being offered to go to Man City. Why would we want to sell him? So I don't think that will happen. But apparently Kylian Mbappe, maybe off to PSG. I don't think it will happen. But yeah, apparently today we're also very close to signing Lacazette. But I don't know. I still don't know about this one because there's been a lot of mixed reports that we're close to signing him, but we're not. I believe we are quite close. I don't think Mbappe is going to happen. I think Lacazette's realistic. Do I think Lacazette will be a good signing? Yes. He's proven goal scorer. He's done it for years, but it is in the French league. It's debatable. But last season it was 37 goals. That is an excellent return. I do think Aubameyang will be a much better signing. I think he's a much better player. He's older, but he'd be a much better player. But you look at Lacazette, he's very good on the ball. He's got that kind of, he's like that balance and that guile when he's on the ball. He can take on players. He's actually a very good passer of the ball. Watched him a lot, and I watched him on YouTube as well. His passing range is excellent for a striker. His link-up play is very good, and he's an excellent natural finisher, and he can take penalties, which is something we need. But I don't know, is he world class? I definitely think he's an upgrade on Giroud. People saying he's not an upgrade on Giroud. He doesn't even play above him. He doesn't even play in the France team in front of Giroud. But when you look at Giroud, he's getting older. He's very slow. I think we suit playing with a more pacey striker when it's worked with Welbeck, but Welbeck's just not quite good enough. He's very good at running in behind, drawing out defenders, making space for others, but he's not going to score you 20-25 goals a season, Danny Welbeck, which is a shame because I really like him. But speaking of Giroud, the rumours today are really hotting up. He's apparently closing in on a move to West Ham. Napoli and Marseille are also rumoured to be interested. I don't know about this. I want us to keep Giroud, if I'm completely honest. I think he's he's got a great goal scoring record. I think he's a great plan B. He's a good enough striker to get you into the top 4. He's a great plan B. If it's not working, if against a tight, packed defence, maybe particularly at home games for us, to put it into the box for Giroud, head it in. I think he's that kind of player that we can bring on to change games if we need to. But yeah, speaking of offloads, we're supposedly getting rid of 9 players this summer to try and fund new contracts for Ozil and Sanchez and for other players such as Lacazette or whoever we want to bring in. I just reading the 9 players. We've got Oxlade-Chamberlain, Giroud, Wilshere, Callum Chambers, Szczesny, Chuba Akpom, Kieran Gibbs, Lucas Perez, Carl Jenkinson. You look at a lot of those players, you can understand that likes of Chubarak Pom, he's growing older now. He's not really getting into the team. I always had high hopes for him because I thought he was a good young player, but is he going to break in, especially with a new big signing? I don't know. Kieran Gibbs, it looks like he'll leave. I really love Gibbs because he's an Arsenal boy through and through, but he's just going to leave now because we've got Kolasinac and Monreal. He's not really needed. He's been linked with Newcastle. Lucas Perez. Also, Watford have come out of the deal for Kieran Gibbs because we wanted 15 million for him, which it seems a bit excessive. But Lucas Perez is another one. I like Perez. He looked really good this season. He had a really good goal return, but for some reason or another, Wenger did not give him the game time that I think he merited from his performances when he did play. And yeah, he wants to go back. You can't blame him. He hasn't been treated very well by Wenger. Szczesny. Thing about Szczesny, I want us to keep Szczesny for once. If he's going to Juventus to be an understudy to Buffon, why can't he understudy to Cech? I think one season, Cech's last season, he can learn from Cech in this season. He's a good goalkeeper. And then after that, he can be our number one, and he'll definitely be good enough because I think he's really good. He's a really good keeper. He's apparently the best keeper in Serie A this season. Another one, Carl Jenkinson. Yeah, he'll go. I like Jenkinson just because he's another English Arsenal fan, but he's not good enough realistically. And yeah, he'll go. Callum Chambers. I said this yesterday. I want him to stay. I still think he's a good player. Then the main ones, Jack Wilshere. I want us to keep Jack as well. I think you can't not love him as an Arsenal fan, despite him getting injured way too much. And does he merit a new contract when he's being injured season after season? It's debatable, but I really like Jack Wilshere. I want him to stay. Even if he is injured, I just like having a player who he's definitely an Arsenal fan. He grew up as a huge Arsenal fan. It would make me sad to see him go. Oxlade-Chamberlain, we just cannot. Why would we want to sell? He's one of our main players now. But apparently they're planning putting Bellerin in the right wing back spot. I just think Oxlade-Chamberlain, he can even play in midfield. He's just... How can you sell someone after he's had that good a season? Someone who you can realistically keep pretty easily. And Olivier Giroud, as I've said, I think we should keep him. But anyway, yeah, that's the main rumours today. Leave your comments down below who you think we should sign. I'm just going to respond to a comment that... I mean, we've had a grand total of about 5 comments in the past 2 videos, so I don't really expect many. But if you do watch this, then leave some comments about what you think, who you think we should sign. Yeah, Luca Bastani Wood said, does one quality striker suffice for Arsenal? And then he said Mbappe, that is. Perez and Giroud don't count, or do they need to buy another one this summer? No, I disagree. Why would we need... I mean, Mbappe, if we sign Mbappe or Lacazette or whatever, then we've got a great striker who can get 25 goals a season. Why would you need another... I mean, people, Arsenal fans... some of them do disrespect Giroud. They underrate him, but I think the majority think he is a good striker who can get us into the top 4. But I just don't think he's not good enough for us to win the league. He's definitely... If you look at his stats, I mean, he scored 24 goals in 2015-16. That's a brilliant return. He got 16 last season. He had the second best goals to minute ratio in the Premier League, which is very good. Only Harry Kane got better. He is a very good striker. I don't think people doubt that. It's just he's not good enough to be our first choice. If we got an Mbappe or Lacazette, then Giroud's definitely good enough as a second choice striker playing the Europa League and the FA Cup and that. And Lucas Perez, he's going to leave. So yeah, I think we definitely, if we sign Mbappe or Lacazette, we definitely don't need another striker. And we've got Welbeck, of course, obviously. I love Welbeck, but I think if we had to sell Welbeck or Giroud, if we sign Mbappe or Lacazette, they're the more pacey striker. As much as I love Welbeck, I think he would be the one to leave instead of Giroud. Just because of the fact that you need different types of strikers instead of two pacey strikers. You can have a more physical aerial threat striker in Giroud. It's a very long comment. I would love if you could leave a comment on this video, by the way, about the transfers and stuff. I'm not convinced Mbappe would play without Champions League football. I'm sure at this age he just wants experience. Well, he said he'd love to play at Arsenal just for the fact, well, this is what his relative said. With Wenger, playing under Wenger, he's still a very respected manager. He's still, especially among the French people, and the way he developed the likes of Nicolas Anelka and Thierry Henry. He's a manager that a lot of young French, even just French strikers, would love to come to because they all admire the likes of Thierry Henry and Nicolas Anelka. A lot of them grew up watching them. Does he fit in at Arsenal? At Monaco, he only really thrives while playing with Falcao, and I don't believe he'd fit in the striker role Arsenal would provide. So would he not better in a two up front system? Would that work with us? No, I think Falcao plays just off him. I don't think that's he can play up front by him. He'd look really good. I think he's good enough to play up front by himself, as we've seen last season. I don't think he's going to come to us anyway, but if he did, I think with the likes, if we played that 3-4-3 formation with the likes of Ozil and Sanchez behind him, I think it'd be brilliant for him. He would get so much service, so much creativity in behind him. And yeah, I don't see that would be a problem. How can you convince me that if he signs, he would fit in with Arsenal's system? I think while some players fit into any style, Mbappe is very much one-sided at the early stage of his career, having not had much defensive pressure and very much exploiting space and movement. I'm not sure registers with the Wenger way. Well, if you look at it, he's got a similar style to Thierry Henry, and we saw what Thierry Henry did under Wenger. I think he would definitely fit in the Arsenal style. If you look at Welbeck, we played much better with a pacey striker like Welbeck, like Mbappe is, last season. He was excellent. Danny Welbeck made us play so much better. We were so much better with Danny Welbeck in the side, so I think Mbappe would definitely suit in this. I don't know what he means by not being under much defensive pressure, but I suppose he means Monaco weren't under much defensive pressure. But if you look at the Champions League, they definitely were. They conceded a lot of goals at Man City, and yet he still managed to score consistently in the Champions League when they did have like better teams play against them. So I don't doubt that he'd be able to play like that, and he's a striker, so I don't really see how it affects. But I think if they have more defensive pressure, it helps this game because it means they leave more spaces up front for him to get in behind. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. Leave your comments. Appreciate it if you could like it. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.
I just wanna feel